as everyone knows, Josh has a body positive Instagram account. And I kind of wanted, Joshy Thick. It's very good. We all love it. I kind of wanted to get in on that. I decided that today is day one of my bodybuilding journey. And I vow to put on 50 pounds of muscle by the end of this week.
Every fucking week, new movies get released. How does anyone ever see these? There are too many movies.
Welcome to There Are Too Many Movies. This week we watched Palm Springs, a Hulu original film. But before we talk about that movie, we're going to talk about what we've been watching. And before we talk about what we've been watching, we're going to talk about how we're fucking TikTok famous. What's up?
What the fuck is up, TikTok?
What the fuck is up?
Fucking rant.
The other day, I heard this beeping, and I was like, what is that noise? And I went out front, and there was just this big truck of money backed up with a TikTok logo on it, just backing up to my house. And I was just like, oh, the bags are here. I guess this is how influence works.
The TikTok bags. It's all.
I didn't hear about that.
Oh, what you? Oh, I mean, there's no money.
No money, nothing.
And there's no.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's all cryptocurrency, actually.
Yeah, right. We all divide one Bitcoin between all of us, and it equals out to $17 million each, or whatever the fuck.
So we didn't start on TikTok whenever we started this pod.
No.
I
don't know if it existed. Did it?
What's that?
Oh,
did it exist?
Yeah, it definitely existed, but I guess we didn't. I mean, it just wasn't part of like our. Dude, we're fucking millennials, bro. I don't think it was a part of our.
Yeah, we're like we don't belong on. We're fucking boomers. We don't belong on TikTok.
You are now a boomer.
Yeah,
we're 2000s boomers, dude.
I imagine that when you make a TikTok, it's like username, password. Are you a boomer? Like instead of are you a robot, it's just like are you a boomer? Yeah. And you're like yes or no, and you're just like oh, I thought
like pick all the Confederate flags out of here. Like, like yeah. All of, but in all seriousness, so we're going back in like our catalog of clips and uploading some of the best ones. Dude, one of our clips from the extremely wicked Toxically Vile, whatever the fuck that movie is.
Whatever the fuck
Ted Bundy movie.
Whatever the Zac Efron.
One of our clips from that show blew the fuck up.
Yep. Hot button issue.
Out of nowhere.
We're all talking about Lethal Injection. Like when we posted the Timothée Chalamet clip and we thought that fan base was militant, wait till you hear and see about the fucking militant fan base about Lethal Injections.
About actual militant fans.
We posted a clip about riffing on Lethal Injection, and boy, did we hit a button on the internet.
Hot button issue, guys. We triggered some people.
Dude.
Studies show that it's more painful to be executed by guillotine. They did a survey of dead people. So
I love how everyone is arguing about the least painful way to die, as if anybody really, I don't know. It was just like,
well, it turns out my fucking ramble on the show was wrong. It's actually like 10 needles.
Jesus.
Some shit like that.
Oh darn!
I don't know.
God
I didn't pay
forbid
attention.
we get things wrong on a comedy podcast.
Oh, you're canceled, Roseanne.
Yeah, dude. TikTok's doing well for us, guys. We got some listeners from TikTok.
Let's get real though. Let's throw some fucking stats. We got fucking almost we're at 55,000. No, 55,000. 5,500.
Whoa, what? I was like, holy shit.
5,000 followers, and we hit 1,000 like 2 days ago, and so it was just
crazy.
Like this. It's like this pure vertical green line. If you look at like if you look at like a graph of like our TikTok
some might call it a meteoric rise.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
We were celebrating 1,000, and then overnight it was like 3,000 or 4,000.
It's sick, dude.
Like what the fuck is that, dude?
So hey, follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Instagram. Also, like and subscribe on YouTube. Fucking subscribe on the pod page. Download more. I don't know. Just do more shit. We want to fucking quit our jobs. So.
Hell,
just talk to me.
Fucking yeah, dude. Yeah. Cut this. Cut that out.
Yeah. Cut the part where I go, hell yeah, brother.
Someone is like your boss just listening to the pod. Just like, I knew it. Your phone rings right now.
What was it? His overall demeanor or this podcast?
Oh shit! not cutting that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
But anyways, so Do we want to get into what we've been watching?
Sure.
Or
yeah.
No.
Do we want to talk about the comments?
Let's speak really quick on the comments.
Let's just go into our TikTok comments for a little bit.
Because you guys sent me a couple screen caps of some funny ones, and I know there's more by this point.
There are 277 comments.
Fuck.
In that post.
And we're going to talk about guys. All of them. No.
Yeah.
Comment 1.
Podcast is a breakdown of comments on social media.
Chris, do you want to go through the best ones? I'm struggling.
I've got a few screenshotted. Okay. So yeah.
Cool.
So for the most part, you just get your regular comment, but sometimes you get like my favorite thing is to go on there and sort it by comments only and just go reply to people. It's like my favorite fucking thing. And Josh and I both do it, but like my favorite thing is like you're on the podcast page. It's like called There Are Too Many Movies, and people literally,
what is this?
People go, what is this? What podcast? What YouTube is this?
Yeah.
I was like, how much branding? I put this thing up behind me because I was like, maybe they don't wait till the end or read the username or see what page they're on. This is now like, okay, fine. Then yeah, it's that. So people comment, what is this? And I literally would just comment with a thinking emoji. Like, I'm not answering that.
It's like walking into the like hat world in the mall and being like, where's your fucking pants?
Yeah.
Well, dude, no, that like they're seriously like, where do I find your podcast?
Yeah.
What?
That was one I was just about to read. Somebody commented, where can I find your podcast? To which I replied, internet.
Yeah, like where the CD warehouse.
I didn't even say
warehouse.
I didn't even say the internet. I was just like internet.
Internet.
And then somebody else was like, where can I watch
the World Wide Web?
Yeah.
Just put up a picture of Al Gore.
I could even take one more step back and just said computers. You'd be like, what? Yeah. Where can I find your podcast? Technology.
Keyboards.
Somebody else commented the same thing, and so I was like, pretty much everywhere. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, vinyl. We can mail you a fucking laser disc. Let us know.
There were so many people that that were triggered by my saying worser.
Oh my!
Yeah,
God.
that was people genuinely. Yeah, people genuinely think that you're worse. Like
it's way worser.
Yeah,
they thought I like legit meant that. It's like, oh, I'm listening to the guy that thinks worser is a word. Like fucking
idiot,
dude.
Eat dicks,
dude. Yeah, and like it was about 50% of the comments. So half of our comments weren't even about how fucking funny the clip is. Dare I say myself. But it was about what the proper procedure of lethal injection is, what we should be doing to lethally inject people, if we should be doing the death penalty, and then there was people triggered about grammar. So it's like,
yeah. So there was Nazis and then grammar Nazis.
Oh fuck.
It's fucking perfect. Yeah, so here's another comment. Somebody was like, I've always thought that was a waste of taxpayer money. Like, there are cheaper ways to kill someone. To which we replied, I think now is as good a time as any to say we have nothing to do with this comment section.
Yeah, they really had a good thing going in the first half of that comment. And then they just fucking derailed hard at the end.
So someone that was triggered by like our stance on lethal injection, which we didn't make a stance, we were just talking about.
Yeah, we didn't even declare anything.
Someone said this is an oversimplification and misunderstanding of lethal injection, to which Chris said,
this is a comedy podcast.
The only natural response.
And then another motherfucker followed up with that said, you are considered media. Media has an obligation to the truth. Unfortunately, there's an idiot out there who now believes what you said, guys.
Did he tag himself?
I don't know.
God,
he's his shit's on.
Welcome to the no fun zone, starring that guy. Like Jesus fucking Christ, get over it. And also, like what? Like there, you have an obligation to the truth. I'm not. We're not CNN. All right.
You are now a representative of humanity. If aliens come, they're going to want to talk to the people behind the podcast, guys.
All of media has an obligation to truth. As if like our comedy podcast is like, we're going to trace back the downfall of society to this moment.
I mean, dude, it's just like people, and not to put us on that same level, but it's just like people that get all of their information from Joe Rogan and then are pissed off whenever he says something that's inaccurate or incorrect or whatever.
Or when he contradicts
He's a comedian
himself.
with a podcast that talks about shit, you know?
Right.
Yeah, they're just fucking around. Like, get over it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had an interesting week on social media with that. I want to read one more, which somebody just commented on our clip. Capital punishment is a necessary evil. To which we
Thank you, God.
To which we replied, well, this is a comment we never thought we'd read on our comedy podcast. Capital punishment.
Just imagine starting out like when we were setting up the podcast, and then fast forward to right now, reading the comments where it says capital punishment is a necessary evil. It's so fucking funny.
It's so
Well, then, like, we were screenshotting and sending them to each other. There was one where I sent to Wilson, or just to the podcast text, what was wrong with guillotines?
Hey, man. It's pretty obvious what was wrong with those.
No,
Have you seen one?
That made me laugh so hard. Someone was like, what was wrong with guillotines? To which Alex said, the fuck do you mean what was wrong with guillotines?
Yeah, I mean, what?
Just look.
It's like people are dying for like public. It's like people are secretly wishing for public executions again, like hangings and guillotines.
I'm surprised that was even a topic that was on TikTok. I thought they were just going to laugh at the idea that you thought a king cobra would be a great idea.
The whole premise.
No comments on that whatsoever. No LOLs. No. It was like just all. Some more people commented on the dog being asleep than they did on the actual content of the post.
Yeah, more so than the joke. Yeah, for
like
sure.
Cute Stanley.
Dogs stay sleeping. Like, oh yeah.
Yeah, the fucking pug.
Anyways, anything else on that? You want to get into what we've been watching, boys?
Let's get into what we've been fucking watching, bro.
Josh, you want to kick us off?
I do want to kick us off.
Too bad. Alex, go ahead.
All right.
Haha, get fucked.
So I found this movie on Shudder called Like Me. It's this really, really crazy thriller where this girl is like essentially on a not a killing spree, but she's committing all of these crimes, and like she's videoing all of them for social media to like get more likes and stuff
and TikTok followers.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, let's do that.
Comment, capital punishment is a necessary evil. And she's like, I agree.
That's why I'm doing this.
And her fucking follower count is a meteoric rise.
Right. And it's actually really cool.
Her account's called There Are Too Many People.
Hey, what's up, guys? Today I'm going to do a breakdown of this man's neck.
Fucking slit. It was actually really cool, and visually it was it had a language that one might say was visual.
Oh,
you're treading on some thin ice, Josh. That's not your
brilliant fucking metaphor that you just made right there. Actually, that was fucking, man. Can I use that? That was really fucking good.
Go for it, dude.
Thanks.
Actually, I trademarked it already. Fuck you.
Fuck.
Ooh, the Gene Simmons treatment.
I can pay you royalties. I will pay you royalties.
Copyright all your shit. It was really, really, really interesting. It wasn't the best story-wise, but like she does some really fucked up shit, which was cool to see. And like the color palette and everything was like, it was dope. It's definitely worth a watch. Not one of my favorite sits, but like check it out. I guess that's a fucking great vote.
Cool. Sounds good.
But for the first time, dude, I watched the movie Cape Fear.
Ooh,
I
saw those frames on your story, bro.
Ooh, the Marty Scorsese's film. It's a fucking like horror thriller. I didn't know
De
that he would
Niro
make
in that
like a fucking
movie.
thriller like that.
Dude, I wanted to ask you about it when I saw it on your story so bad, but I was like, I'll save it for the pod. Like, I want to know your opinion on it. So
I fucking loved it, dude. And talk about a goddamn star-studded cast.
Yeah,
you got Rob Denizzi's.
Who's that girl?
Robbie Deezy's.
Jessica Lange.
Not Jessica Lange, but the younger girl who's like being
Juliette Lewis.
Yes. I always forget she's in that fucking movie.
Nick Nolte? What the fuck? Yeah. So I fucking love this movie. It was great. Marty Scorsese's doing a thriller is just fucking like, I'm all in, dude. And I didn't really, I knew that it existed. I knew the title, but I had no idea what it was about or anything like that.
Yeah.
Went in absolutely blind. Fucking loved it. the score was fucking haunting. And what I didn't know is that this is like a remake of a film from like the 60s with Gregory Peck that Marty Scorsese had the original score adapted for this film. So he used the same fucking score. I loved that.
I'm putting it on my list right now. That sounds awesome. Right up my alley.
Yeah.
I will take your recommendation and actually watch it.
That's impossible. You need to wait at least 3 months.
You guys want to guess what I'll be talking about next week?
Yeah. Okay. And then he actually put Gregory Peck in it from like the original film.
Fuck yeah.
Brought him back. I thought that was fucking badass. It's a great movie, and also a movie to where I don't know that I've had this thought for many other films, maybe for like Face Off or something, which is pretty clear. But I feel like the two lead actors, Nick Nolte and Robert De Niro, could have easily switched roles and it would have been as good. You know what I mean? Like it would have been perfect either way. Like those two main characters. It was so fucking good. Definitely give it a watch.
I will do that. Yeah. You got fucking crime thriller in there. I'm all fucking in, dude.
Dude, Marty
Scorsese's
like a
horror too at times, dude. Like,
yeah,
interesting.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I want to go in blind so bad. So
okay,
sounds awesome.
Yeah,
you've seen it, Wilson?
So, yeah, I saw it a while ago. It's like I think Martin Scorsese's. Let's just stick to Scorsese. Marty Scorsese. He's probably my favorite director.
Wow,
I think. Like,
yeah. Chris, what you been watching, dog?
I finished The Knick first and foremost. 2 seasons of fucking excellence, man. Steven Soderbergh, Cliff Martinez combo. You can't fucking go wrong. I mean, it was so fucking good. And Clive Owen is so fucking sick. And
does it solidly end
3 weeks in a row now that you've talked about it?
I know. I was just about to say, like, I should stop mentioning how good it is, but it's what I've been watching.
But if it's that good.
It is that fucking good. And, you know, when it comes to any recommendation, I feel like I have to say it 4 or 5 or 6 or 70 times for you motherfuckers to take it into account. So, hey, watch The Knick, guys. It's great.
I will have you know.
If you didn't know
the
from
trailer.
Oh, it's great. Watch a trailer. Awesome.
I heard Clive Owen's voice and I'm pretty on board. I'll probably watch it in a few months.
Sounds great. Josh, can't wait to talk about it in 2021. It ended, so it's only 2 seasons. It was from 2016 to 2017. Is it a spoiler for me to tell you the manner in which it ended? Like, not the actual plot, but like, you know,
go for it.
I don't know. Is that a spoiler?
What do you mean?
I don't like. Was it?
You're gonna say it ends on a cliffhanger.
Like, would you care to know if it's like, if they ended it gracefully or if it was just suddenly didn't come back? Because, you know, it's 2 seasons. So it's like...
It would impact whether I watched it or not, to be honest.
Really?
I mean, yeah. I mean,
like if there's no closure.
Yeah.
How's Unsolved Mysteries, by the way?
It's fascinating.
Great. Why don't you just go into anything with assuming you don't get closure then? Because...
Yeah, but that's real life stuff. If I so wanted to, I could go insane in my real life and start tackling those cold cases. Whereas if I wanted to do that with this, I'm just a stupid fan fiction writer.
Well, they closed it out. So
okay.
So
cool.
Yeah, I was worried about that.
Anything else?
Yeah, let me pull up my notes. Can I get a
Can I get a
oh, yeah. All right, I watched The Rover. It's
The Rover.
It's on Netflix. It's a
Rover.
It's a thriller, A24, so I don't really need to say anything else. But it's got Robert Pattinson, Guy Pearce, post-apocalyptic.
Guy Pearce.
How the fuck have I not heard about this?
Watch it immediately because it's a gritty fucking post-apocalyptic thriller set in Australia.
God damn it. How the fuck have I not heard about that?
That sounds fucking sick.
It is so fucking good. If it's one of those movies, if you watch the first few minutes and can't watch that whole thing, woo!
Oh yeah. Rover?
It starts, first 5 minutes, it's like you're in it. And don't even fucking tell me you're not. I will unfriend you. If you don't like
start
it,
like 10 minutes and be like, Chris, I'm not in it.
Yeah.
It's gritty as fuck. Anyways, it's great. Check it out. It's on Netflix. Fucking great thriller. Robert Patty. All right. Wilson, Did we already?
No. So I've got something on the garbage side, and I've got something on the weeboo side. So it's all garbage, basically.
Okay.
On the real garbage
weeboo.
Yeah, so 90 Day Fiance, the other side. Everyone knows 90 Day Fiance. It's classic PP garbage television.
Yeah.
It's weird though, because it's one of those shows where they edit it to make everyone look so bad that I can't tell if someone is a good person until like 12 or 13 episodes in.
To be an editor of reality TV, I don't know how they do it. I don't know.
That sounds like misery. Like, because they have to make their own storylines, essentially.
They have to watch all of that footage, dude.
Then make, like, if
mundane,
it's too boring.
the good, the bad.
Them and a team of producers write and make all of the drama in most reality TV.
Fuck all that shit.
And it's like you have to create a storyline about some fucking bitch going to the grocery store and then like getting a phone call from somebody, and then that has to be dramatic. Like
they said they wouldn't be there till 4, but it's fucking 5. Like, whatever. Like,
or they'll do some shit like call their ex-boyfriend or something and send them to that same store and film it, and then it's like, what a crazy situation we constructed in this reality.
The Truman Show, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, I watched the Dragon Ball Super Brawly movie, which is it's Dragon Ball Z in the year 2020. So.
Brawly? Is that bald kid with the fucking tattoo on his head?
No, that's Krillin. He dies like once a season.
Spoiler.
I was about to say, like, I would not watch a fucking movie dedicated to that
Dude, fuck that. No,
Brawly is fucking sick. He was my favorite. Him and Trunks.
Yeah, it's fucking sick. It's basically just 2 hours of people going, though. So if you can't deal with that, don't watch it. That's about it.
I watched about 14 seasons of Dragon Ball, which is 14 seasons of people going, so
yeah.
Yeah, it's more of that. It's
on board then.
Yeah.
It's just, I imagine like, it's like, if it's a Brawly origin story, it's literally just like, it's going to be basically your Instagram, like skinny boy, like rise to bodybuilding, where it's just like, it's just a skinny boy Brawly and he just goes for 2 hours, and then by the end of it, he's just a fucking unit, like fucking massive cave unit.
He works out by screaming.
Yeah. Yeah, for 2 hours, just a time lapse of someone growing by screaming.
His fucking shoulders started his ears, you know what I mean? Like, just so fucking
just fucking douche.
That would be misery though. Like, do you ever see people with like the trap muscles that are like that big, and you're like, how are you not uncomfortable?
Yeah,
like they're like,
it's
me, bitch.
See my fucking traps lately, bruh?
You can't even tell. You can't even like ask when Josh doesn't know. You can't tell because there's no shrugging ever. It's just like, hey Josh, what's the meaning of life? And then it's just his stillness, and it's just shrugging doesn't work. Josh is shrugging violently right now, and you can't tell.
You can't even tell.
This is me super confused about something.
Just mountains of shoulders. Can't move mountains, you know?
Yeah.
So pretty good. Brawly's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Cool.
It was pretty dope.
Pretty dope. The Brawly was
pretty dope, fellas.
All right. Shall we get into the movie of this week, which is Palm Springs?
Yes.
Let's fucking do it.
Yeah.
Hulu original. Or, I mean, I guess it was bought by Hulu, right?
Yeah.
Was it? Oh.
Bought by Hulu at Sundance?
It bought at Sundance for the highest purchase at Sundance ever. It was $17,500,000 and 69 cents.
And 69 cents. They just had to throw that in there.
Well, they did. They obviously had to, because when they broke the record, they beat it by 69 cents. So there's no way that wasn't intentional.
Okay.
I don't think.
Neato.
Anyways,
neato.
They could have done $4.20, or they could have done whatever, $420.69. Throw another $420 in there, so it would have ended $420.69. But
doesn't really matter when you're in the millions.
I mean, what do I know about comedy, right?
Right.
But so I went in blind. I thought, as I always do, So and I'm glad I did, because this is just another one of those things where I thought it was going to be mocking, like it was Andy Samberg, and all I saw was like a thumbnail and like maybe a few movie screen grabs of people arguing, like couples. I thought it was going to be like one of those. I thought it was going to be making fun of the tragic rom-coms that are always coming out, like indie tragic rom-coms, like a Marriage Story and
right,
stuff like that. I thought it was going to be mocking those where it's like, oh, we just can't get it together. This is realistic,
Or Marriage.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was going to be about.
Even the description, it was like it was, I can't remember. It was like some ambiguous thing that was like, he gets into a thing with the girl at a wedding, and it doesn't really give away really anything.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah. And none of the artwork or anything implies that like this is a sci-fi fucking, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Yeah. It's a Groundhog Day.
none of that.
So
Exactly.
and so 10 minutes in, it takes that turn where I'm just like first of all, the first turn it takes is he gets an arrow in his back. So I was like, oh, what's going on? And it was like her reaction was my reaction, which was just so funny. Like if you were making out with somebody drunk on a beach and like they were being shot, and it was as if it was like not news to them when they got shot, and she was just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. That was a genuine reaction. That was my reaction.
It was hilarious. It was great. Did you guys go in blind too?
I was fucking dying. Yeah. I was dying whenever J.K. Simmons was like through the like he's running through the desert like with the arrow and shit, like just the way he was running. I fucking died, dude.
Yeah.
That was
the fucking
awesome. That was an awesome twist.
Like Black Ops lamp on his head and shit. Just
that
was great.
Military blackface.
Yeah. So did you guys go in blind?
Yeah.
Great.
For
unlike
the
last
most
week, which
part,
fucked it up for me.
I kind of knew it had like a Groundhog Day element. I just didn't know how. I didn't know anything other than that. I heard Groundhog Day, Palm Springs. That's about it.
Okay.
Cool. So I kind of knew that, but and I guess like I knew right away whenever Andy Samberg is like the way he's going through the wedding portion in the first day that we see.
Right.
Like he's just so used to everything. Like he knows what's happening. Disheveled, like doesn't give a fuck what he's wearing,
Yeah, I thought it was. Go ahead.
I was going to say on subsequent watch throughs, that's what I would be thinking. But on my first watch through and having going in blind, I was like, this guy's like unusually smooth. Like it's weird how smooth this is like a dream sequence.
Yeah, especially when he's like hitting on the girl at the bar, and he knew this guy would fall down, and this person was going to do this dance and this. I was just
all
like,
that.
Yeah, I was like, that's when it was. I was like, what? And then, but before he was just like, oh, this guy's just over his girlfriend, over his life. He doesn't give a fuck anymore. Like he's clearly just over all this. Like he was just like,
right.
But yeah, so I'm going to talk big brain moment. I think his name is Niles. I think it's because this has a huge, heavy nihilistic undertone in this whole movie.
Yeah.
Like
he was the Lebowski.
Right. Like where he's like, where the whole movie, he was just like, nothing matters. You can't, love isn't real. We're all alone. Everything dies. Like he was like Bill Murray in Groundhog Day, where he just loses all hope and like just feels nothing.
Yeah.
He just puts it on cruise control.
Yeah, right. Even loses track of time and like picks up new skills and shit, just like Groundhog Day.
Yeah, but so for me, like when it started, even the first 10 minutes when he's like acting like that, I was like, this is the most not Andy Samberg role I've seen.
Yes,
so
which was such a pleasant surprise, honestly.
Right, I didn't want it to be Hot Rod and Brooklyn Nine-Nine and like Lonely Island. Like, even though
as much as I like those, I love Hot Rod and I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I didn't want that for this. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And I knew just based on like the at Sundance, like how much of a big deal it was. I knew it wasn't going to be that. I knew it was going to be something different. And at the very beginning, when you see Lonely Island Studios or whatever it was, I was like, it kind of like worried me for a second. I'm like, oh shit, is this going to be
right? A little goofy fucking fuck around comedy.
Yeah, like Cool Beans, shit like that.
Yeah, because I thought like usually when it's Lonely Island, it's those three. They've like Hot Rod was written by them, those three from Lonely Island, and then I think it was written by them, and then he's also directed a few movies that I think he directed Superstar with Andy Samberg. So like they're usually a trio. So yeah, I mean, he still had a few hints of that sort of like overacting little bits during the comedic scenes, but it was still it was at least the most least Andy Samberg story we've seen in a
quadruple negative.
Yeah. Also, like when J.K. Simmons showed up, like I was just like, this is why Going in Blind is so great. You sit up and you have all those moments like, oh, he's in this, and the plot unfolds like just naturally, and like aside from the like surprise characters or cast, like you get to, I don't know, you get to see like things like that, like a surprise.
Yeah.
I just so badly wanted to, like, you get shot with an arrow. It's like, you're just like, not my tempo. Just
that'd have been great.
You guys noticed the little Whiplash like Easter egg, right?
Yeah.
No. Where?
He was wearing like a really tight black shirt, and then he had an actual whip in his hand. Like whenever they were showing the J.K. Simmons flashback.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
didn't notice that. That's awesome.
Big brain moments.
Yeah. Fucking big brain.
Yeah. But yeah, so this is the second movie in a row that we watched where people can't die, which is like always kind of fun.
Yeah.
Like, because like they're just like, whatever, I'm gonna throw myself in front of this truck, and I've done all these suicide. Like, I love that. Something so, maybe it says something about the psychology of me, but like whenever I see people like
the nonchalance,
don't care about life and they don't have a sanctity of life at all. Something like, this is nice. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It brings out the nihilist in all of us.
Yeah.
Like, nothing matters. Doom.
I loved when they met though. Like Andy Samberg is at the bar and he comes up and he's like, "Are you being a dick to the bartender?" And Andy Samberg turns and quotes T.S. Eliot to him. And then J.K. Simmons is like, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to have 2 bourbons actually instead." Like he switches his drink up and like, this is going to be a night. I like this guy. And then they just stare at each other.
Silence. Yeah.
Yeah. The editing there was perfect. It's just like the pause and then I like your hat and then quick cut. Of course you do. Like that was so good. I was just like, oh, these guys are like,
they're riffing off each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like
they're playing off each other really well.
Yeah. It was like a meeting of the minds. You could tell like they were both well read and it was just all of a sudden they were like, oh, okay, this is going to be like not as awful as I thought it was going to be.
Well, also it's like Andy Samberg and that like he is older than J.K. Simmons at that moment. So it's like,
yeah. It kind of,
I am more well-traveled and experienced than you.
Yeah, like the fact that he was well read was implied when he kept like with all the nihilistic quotes he would throw out there.
Yeah,
and that was an interesting little character detail. I mean, you know, someone that age could be that well read, but it kind of hinted at he just got bored and was reading shit too.
Yeah. To be fair, most poems are nihilistic, so it's like if you learn a couple poems, it's like, oh, fucking.
So true.
So my favorite one, "Nothing matters, eat shit, die later."
Is that G.G. Allen?
That's Shakespeare, actually.
Shitsphere.
Kristen Milioti, like she plays the love interest in this one. She was fucking awesome. Like, just simply put, I loved her, and I like seeing her in stuff. The one thing that I guess everyone knows her from would be How I Met Your Mother. But she was fucking awesome in The Wolf of Wall Street.
Mm-hmm.
And in this, dude, she's fucking great. Like, I want to see more of her for sure.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She's fun to watch, and like she's funny as fuck, man.
Yeah. This movie was cast really well. Like she was perfect for that role. The girl that played Andy Samberg's like actual girlfriend in the movie, all of her like, wait, what? Like all that shit. Like that was perfect.
Yeah.
Like.
That was really fun.
Perfect Valley Girl, like that was awesome, man.
Yeah, like wait, what? Like all those moments, like
I like that she was the one that was trying to get to break like the cycle that they were in, and it wasn't Andy Samberg, because typically I feel like in a movie like this, it would be the Andy Samberg that would try to get them out, but like he's done it for so long, he's so comfortable where he's at, and like that plot line of like where he's almost afraid to leave because he doesn't want, like he's so comfortable.
Change,
yeah.
Like every indie. Sorry, go ahead.
God damn it! I hate this shit.
Oh, go
ahead. Whenever he's afraid to get out of there, and she's like hell bent on leaving and finding a way out, like that's like their only difference in opinion there. You know what I mean? And he's just like afraid, and ultimately like their relationship was so strong. Like even though for him it was such a short time that he had. Well, then again, he did say he was hooking up with her a lot, like during that
like 1,000
time,
times
right?
or some shit like that.
Yeah, okay.
Like he faked not knowing whether they had ever had sex, but it was one of those things where it's like obviously his character really does remember all the times and like doesn't want to lose her probably or some shit like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It does make more sense to me now, like now that we're talking about it, that he would be a lot more attached to her and like didn't want her to like forget, you know, because he would still be stuck in the loop.
Yeah.
But she will have forgotten all of the time and stuff that they had spent together. So like that was nice. It was a really, really good love story, and not just like this crazy Groundhog Day movie, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it fit in well all together. It wasn't fucking nonsense.
Right.
Yeah.
What?
I was just thinking of Groundhog Day, the shot of him destroying the alarm with complete no emotion at all.
Reckless abandon.
Yeah, just he rolls over, no expression, and punches the fuck out of his alarm. It just made me think of that. So I don't know what else there is to really talk about this movie besides getting to the climax, honestly, is like where I go right to. But you guys have a lot of notes on anything? Like,
I mean, I wasn't expecting like a fucking time travel love story, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you said, like the marketing of it, I was just expecting like maybe like a Lebowski type, just go with it movie. You know what I mean?
Sarah Marshall type of movie. So
yeah.
So like I have a couple notes. Like I love the 80s synth soundtrack that was kind of subtle.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a fucking sucker for it. Play a synth note, and I'm like, oh, the score was good.
Give me fucking synthwave anything over some crazy shit, and I'll like it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The anxious brother Randy was very underrated.
Yeah.
He's in that Tim Robinson show. Do you remember?
He is? No, I was like, this guy is too good for just being like a weird extra.
If you remember the sketch where the guy has the bumper sticker that says "honk if you're horny," he's the guy that's horny.
Oh, okay.
He's like, yeah.
I don't even remember that skit.
Dude, he's fucking hilarious.
Dude, like when that earthquake goes off and he's freaking out and he's just like, I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here.
What the fuck, guys?
Or like when Andy Samberg is looking for Sarah and then he's like, I don't feel safe here. Is this okay? Should we call someone? Yeah. Like this guy is freaking out.
We should call the cops, guys. Yeah. Are you not? Like
that was so funny.
That guy's hilarious.
He was really funny. I don't know. He just stuck out as an extra where everybody else kind of was just blah. He was really funny.
Yeah, for sure.
I thought the theoretical physics montage was fucking dumb as shit. It's just
well, if you look at the Voynich manuscript, you'll see that I don't know.
It was just like you learned all you possibly can about quantum physics in like probably 10 days or so.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I think it's implied that it's supposed to be like probably way longer than that, but it's like in the context of the movie, it happens real quick. So you're like, fuck.
Yeah, I don't care.
What I mean?
I don't care if it was 10 days or 10 months or 10 years. You're not going to solve wormholes. And then of course the solve is just we gotta blow it up. Why?
This was written by an American, obviously.
Yeah, but like why in every sci-fi movie ever where there's a time loop or some sort of weird like thing anomaly in space-time, the solve is to throw a bomb into it always.
Yeah.
Just like, we just blow it up. It's like that's the most like ape monkey chimpanzee thing solve always, where it's just like we gotta fucking nuke it.
Don't worry, I tried it with a goat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that she never you don't see her get C4, like where the fuck are you gonna get C4 in Palm Springs?
Yeah, but I mean, there was a
but the solution itself is crazy.
Yeah, but
it's crazy.
Like implying they've been there for a long time. Andy clearly knew how to make C4. Like during their montage where they were fucking around together, that was some of the most fun shit ever. Like when they were just having a good time in the loop. That was like their relationship building montage was so fun. And it was like
Thelma and Louise.
The one was like, there's a bomb in the cake, and everybody's like, what the fuck?
That was great.
That was so
like when they crash the plane on purpose.
Yeah,
like it's just a fucking straight nosedive. You're like that kind of like reminded me of Hot Rod a little bit. where it's like it's a really far away fucking like establishing looking shot, but then like some crazy shit happens. Like like that was great, man. I loved it.
Something really visceral and violent happening in the distance is always so comedic for some reason.
With like a dumb guy observing in the foreground, like
yeah. Or like when he was like, "All right, well, you're gonna crash the car," and he just puts his seatbelt off and puts his head right against.
She's like, "What are you doing?"
He's like, "I'm bracing for a quick death. Nothing is worse than dying in an ICU." And she was like, "Oh," and he was just like, "See you tomorrow." And then boom.
Yeah,
it's so great.
I think that's what made this movie like not cheesy. You know what I mean? Like, because of the violence and like the explosions and the death scenes, that in a way, I guess, like that gets you past the idea of like, this is the description of this is a love story about two people that are caught in an infinite, like that could sound really fucking lame.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, because of how funny it was and what they were doing in it, you know?
Yeah. The rating R definitely gave it some maturity, and not maturity, but like, I don't know. It was easier to enjoy it, I guess.
Yeah,
if it was PG-13, I would have liked it a lot less.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say that. The R rating really did it. Like, it's just helped it so much.
Yeah.
Turned it from some lame-ass rom-com to, I think, being able to just press the gas a little bit.
Right.
So let's talk about the solve. So she sent a goat through it, and something I read, which is kind of interesting, was like, if she sent a goat into the wormhole that started their loop and blew up the goat, and the goat didn't come back, why was there at the end implied Andy Samberg was still in his November 10th thing?
It's like
November 9th.
It's not the movie's Andy Samberg. It's the Andy Samberg that is now like with everybody else at the wedding in
that
J.K. Simmons's
right
loop.
Yes, correct. But if that's the case, why isn't the goat there? If the Andy Samberg,
I mean, the goat might be there in that world. Fuck if I know.
Oh,
do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he didn't get out completely and just never come back. Like Andy Samberg, when they blow themselves up and escape the loop and wake up on November 10th, on November 9th, the Andy Samberg is still there when J.K. Simmons walks up and is like, "Hey man, what's up?" And Andy Samberg is apparently experiencing all that for the first time, still in that sequence or location. The goat, if that's the case, the goat would still be there as well. So her goat theory makes no sense. Whatever.
Maybe that's just a plot hole. Fuck it.
Let's big brain Palm Springs.
Yeah, fucking whatever. Honestly,
like fucking Looper or Primer. We're like, look, so
yeah.
Cut to me in a montage learning theoretical physics in a week, just like
interviewing like a Cambridge fucking physicist
who goes, "Well, you're ahead of me."
Sounds like you don't need my help.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about that. So let's say, okay, if I was confused because if they came back November 10th, is it a multiverse situation, or what fucking reality are they in? Because if they came back on November 10th, the day after all this loop, what did they do in the day before in the timeline they landed in? Because they've done a million things, right? He's fucked everyone basically at that party. He's killed people. He's suicided himself. He's done all kinds of shit. Which reality are they in? Like, let's say if they go up to somebody that was at the wedding on November 10th, once they escape the loop, they go up to somebody and go, "Hey, what did we do yesterday?"
I think that
which version was it?
It would be the night that they set the bomb off, right?
No, because when that family comes back, they're like, "Oh, I think they're supposed to be back on the 10th." So I think it's implied that it's still the 9th when they're in that family's pool. So they're just skipping the wedding entirely, and they just went to some pool and they just said, "Fuck the wedding," I think. But I could be wrong.
No, because that was his safe haven.
The 9th is the wedding day.
Yeah.
And then the 10th is the very next day. So I think it implies that, like, that night still happened. Everything that happened the last night that they blew up the fucking wormhole. And then
that would have been the 9th, though, right?
That's the 9th.
Yeah.
And they wake up on the 10th.
Who's on first?
No, but on the 10th, that's when the family comes home, and he's never seen the family come home because it's always been the 9th. Do you understand? So they
No.
The day after they went to.
It's just the next day.
It's
Fuck it.
whatever. Okay, yeah, I think Josh's theory is probably the most right, or the most likely, or it's just a multiverse situation where all these things existed and doesn't matter. But
I don't know if Andy Samberg was considering multiverses when he was writing the screenplay.
yeah,
But it could be. I don't know.
well, it was a line in the movie, so
That's true, actually.
so fuck you, dude.
So eat my shit.
So yeah, I wanted to. So let's talk about the epilogue. J.K. Simmons walks up after they quote unquote escape the loop. The epilogue, after a few directed by credits, the epilogue is J.K. Simmons walking up to Andy Samberg and going, "Hey, so I got the message from your girlfriend. Are you really gonna solve this thing and get out of the loop?" Because so it's implied he has the evidence and instructions to how to get out of the loop. Andy Samberg apparently has never met him before, and he just smiles, right? So I wanted to talk about something in this so there's a callback that first of all, the first time J.K. Simmons is on camera, he walks up to the hors d'oeuvres and she goes, "Tuna?" And he goes, "Huh, tuna." When Andy Samberg goes and hunts down Ham and Irving, he walks in and he's cooking tuna, and he goes, "Honey, the tuna will be ready in a little bit."
Nice.
So
that's big brain.
It's just some big brain shit where it's like he's come to terms with it. Like, even though he's probably eaten tuna a million times and at that wedding, maybe, I don't know how many times he's gone there, but it's just like another thing implying he's come to terms with it.
Right.
At the very end, in the epilogue, when he's coming back, it's the same exact shot. It starts at the tuna and pans up to him, and he walks right past it. He beams past it. Abandoning, basically kind of saying like he's abandoning all his ideas of being comfortable in that loop. Like you thought he just kind of zenned out, and he was like, you know what? I'm comfortable being in the struggle of this loop and blah, blah, blah. Because that was all implied when in Irving. He's like, you know what? I've come to terms with it all. But then the smile, him walking past the tuna, and then the smile of knowing when he smiles, he knows he can possibly get out of this.
Mm-hmm.
It was like all of that philosophy that he thought he had come to terms with is out the fucking window.
Totally.
Well, I had a different theory about the ending, though. Like, whenever he sees Andy Samberg, I don't think it's him smiling to the idea that he's going to get out of it. I think he's excited because whenever he asks for more alcohol, I think he's going to get Andy Samberg drunk and go through the wormhole again and get him stuck again.
Oh, damn. That would be sick.
Some revenge, dog.
Oh, that's fucking Greek level revenge, dude.
That is sick.
I didn't even think about that at all. That's so
And that creates
so
like
good.
a Black Mirror version of him that's like always suffering. That's fucking...
It's crazy, right?
Dude, yeah.
That would be awesome. I kind of wish it
went.
went that direction now.
Well, I mean,
This is what I just did to y'all's brains.
Yeah, for real. Like, dude, that's
Bruh.
yeah, I like that a lot more. And I don't want to see a sequel in that sense at all, because like you can't make another hour and a half on just revenge and blah blah blah. But like that is so interesting. Yeah, like that's definitely implying like a revenge story.
I wouldn't have said that if he wasn't like, I need a bunch of alcohol. I need 2 bottles or whatever he says at the end.
Yeah, to me it was celebratory.
Yeah, it could be seen either way, but I mean, if it is whatever, it's clearly if it is
it's open to interpretation, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, that's
hell of a movie, man. I really, really, really liked it.
Oh yeah,
I liked it a lot more than I thought I would.
Yeah, we usually open up with our opinion on it. We probably should have started with that. It was good. I liked it. It was fun.
I liked it.
What would you? Are we done?
Yeah,
I think so.
What would you guys give it on a 1 to 10 scale?
it's a solid 8 for me.
Wilson?
Yeah, I'll go 8. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
I agree. I'm going to go with an 8. Like that's across the board. I feel like it's a really, really good movie, and I definitely would recommend it to people.
Yeah,
You know, it super gives off vibes of a movie that I would put on to go to sleep.
right.
Of like, you know what I mean?
Light comedy, rewatchable. Ironically, rewatchable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So shall we do the dumb movie title for Palm Springs?
Yeah. Let's fucking do that. Let me go last though.
Let's do DMT.
Let's do DMT, the dumb movie title for Palm Springs. Mine is kind of a reach. Mine is Forgetting Sarah Connor.
Ooh, nice.
Ah, okay.
So it's like Forgetting Sarah Marshall with Sarah Connor, time travel. I don't know.
I like that. I like it.
That's all right.
Fuck you, it's funny.
Take my compliment. That's funny.
Alex, what do you got?
I've got a few. A few of them are reaches. The first one, kind of a play on Death Proof. It's Feel Proof. Got Weekend at Andy's. Got How I Met Your Groundhog Day. National Lampoon's Summer Family Time Loop.
a little long, but
a little long.
A little long.
Josh, what do you got?
I'm on a infinite loop.
I'm on an infinite loop.
That's Kanye, right?
Oh,
no, it's Lonely Island.
Oh shit, I know nothing.
Wait, say it again. I'm on a what?
I'm on an infinite loop.
Oh,
like I'm on a boat.
I'm on an infinite loop.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay. I thought it was just straight up just I'm on an infinite loop, like no other reference. It's just that bland.
I'm on a loop.
All right, shall we move on to budget for this movie?
Ooh, $17,500,069.
That's how much it was purchased and planned to be distributed for, but it never reached theaters. Well, it technically is in theaters.
Well,
now,
no, I thought it was bought by Hulu. Like, I don't think they were gonna release it in theaters.
Oh, I thought the plan was to release it in theaters, but that's great. They bought it for 17 mil. Good job.
You're fucking wrong, bro.
But we can still do the budget of the production, which we hope we can find. We'll see.
I'm gonna say 10.
10 mil. Okay.
$10 million.
Go 13.5.
Damn. I'm gonna go 15 mil. It's probably I'm going over. I should probably go under, but I'm gonna go over. Like, we know it's under 17 because you don't sell something for how much more than it costs.
Yeah, we got it.
We got it. We got it.
Hey, dude, shut the fuck up. We got
it. Alexa, what was the budget of the movie Palm Springs?
The average budget of Palm Springs movies is $4,920,000.
The average budget of just Palm Springs movies. What the fuck?
Any movie about Palm Springs
is it?
It's gonna generally run you about $4.9 million.
Why is that something she can answer to?
I know. Why can she answer that and not just?
Alexa, what's the point?
For real. Got it. I got it. Budget was $5 million. So whoever said 10 mil.
Jeez.
Josh wins.
Well done.
Wow, you think Andy Samberg and everybody else. J.K. Simmons.
That's a super modest budget. I'm down with
that.
But that makes sense. They're in like just a few locations, really.
True.
Pool in a house.
Minimal CGI, yeah.
Also, did you know, like, she drives back to Austin? Did you notice her house is definitely not a fucking house that would be in Austin?
Yeah. Well, also, it's like that's a way longer drive than it would take a day. That would take a couple days.
No, if she drove straight, I feel like that would take like a solid 20 hours or so.
Just to get from the whole west side of Texas is fucking like. So
maybe even
18 hours, 32 minutes.
Damn.
Fuck your guys' bit.
I did the math and you're both dismantled.
I have a computer in front of me. So Google says an 18-hour drive.
I was in Apple Music the other day, or I thought I was in Apple Music, but I was actually in Google Maps, and I wanted to listen to Rings of Saturn, so I put Rings of Saturn in Google Maps, and it was like, oh
shit. That's funny. All right, so that's the budget. Shall we do actor game for Andy Samberg?
Ooh, fuck.
Let's do it.
That'll be tough.
It's gonna be hard.
Let's try it. Hot Rod.
Palm Springs.
All of SNL.
I guess.
Doesn't count.
He's an official cast member. He wasn't a guest.
Fuck it. All right.
No. Okay, fine. Take it. You bitch. Pop star.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
it is called Popstar. Yeah, you're right.
Popstar, Never Stop, Never Stopping.
Yep. Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I'm out.
I'm out. Shit. Oh, Daddy's Home.
God.
No, wait, no. That's not what I meant. That's not what I fucking meant.
What did you mean, Josh?
The one with Adam Sandler, motherfuck.
Oh.
That's my boy. That's my fucking boy.
Shit, I'm out. Josh wins.
That was
Making me the
loud.
victor.
Yeah.
Making me the victor.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
I forgot I had that.
Fuck yeah. You said a drop that you had.
Yeet.
Congrats, Josh, winning yet again.
Well done. You did it.
All right, let me just do this one discussion. I've had this on the in my notes for a little bit. What reboot would you make for a film that wasn't good but had a good premise?
Let's think of some bad films.
Yikes. Next time you do this, maybe tell us before the show.
Nah. On the spot, dude.
Cool. Well, can I get back to you next week, I guess? It's tough to
I think they could. I mean, there's a billion bad movies that could be cool remakes, but for some reason, off the top of my head, like Tremors is just kind of screaming at me. Like if they could do like a serious Tremors movie or something. I don't know.
Damn.
Okay. So you didn't like Tremors, the original?
No,
Tremors?
I actually love Tremors, but I know that it's a campy, you know, going back and watching it now, super different from when you were a kid.
Okay. I'll fuck with that. Chris, you got anything?
Fuck. A movie that wasn't
Good movie or bad movie. So a reboot of a bad movie with a good premise.
Fuck.
Or they could redo Aragon right. Because they fucked up.
Fucking Kangaroo Jack.
Oh my god.
Jack.
That could have been a smart movie, dude.
It could have been a smart movie, he says.
I remember when that movie came out and the commercial marketed so hard the scene where the kangaroo had the boxing gloves, and that was like a 10-second part of the movie.
Yeah. Where he was talking and shit.
Yeah.
And then you get to the theater and it's an actual kangaroo.
It's just about a kangaroo. Like,
it's Disney presents kangaroos.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, man! I can't think of anything.
Dr.
Okay,
Sleep.
I got. Fuck you. Don't reboot that movie. I think, this is, for some reason this came into my head, but Tomb Raider, I think, could be a cool reboot.
Definitely.
Like, not with Angelina Jolie, but in the same vein as the video games have been, which is extremely fucking violent and brutal. Like, not a PG-13 fucking boob bounce and explosions in the background type of Tomb Raider. Like, because that was the one with Angelina Jolie. It was literally just gratuitous, like, no bra running. Like, it was just ridiculous.
Look at my nips.
But the modern Tomb Raider games are very violent and like realistic, and like she's just getting pummeled and like insane. Like
it's just survival. Her trying to survive.
Did you not see the most recent Tomb Raider?
No.
The one with Alicia Vikander from fucking Ex Machina?
No.
He's typing away.
Click clack, click clack.
Welcome to There Are Too Many Movies. That has been done. Next week. Thanks for listening to There Are Too Many Movies. Follow us
Next
on
week
TikTok.
with Tomb Raider.
Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Tell a friend about the show. Share it around.
Subscribe. All that
Send
shit.
a telegram.
So, yeah. Send a fucking laser disc. We'll send you a laser disc if we need.
I'll send you a fucking cassette tape.